beautiful souls. Welcome to Cosmic Currents, a space for energetic tune-ups, soul check-ins, and real conversations about what it means to be alive right now. I'm Pauline Marie, and I share grounded, embodied teachings drawn from lived experience, healing work, and deep listening to spirit through the waters. This channel is about remembering who you are beneath the noise, so you can move through life with clarity, meaning, and alignment. Each week, we'll explore a fresh cosmic download by weaving archetypes from the Wild Unknown Archetype deck, as well as animal spirit wisdom, astrology, and your own inner knowing. We'll look at both light and shadow to help you harmonize what's already within your unique blueprint. So welcome for anyone that is new to the channel, and this is a special cosmic current. It's a call-in for Gen Z, and honestly for anyone who's ever felt disconnected or confused about spirituality. And what we're about to explore isn't what you were taught or told to believe. It's something you already know. And remembering it might change how you see yourself and everything else. So the cosmic current for this message is: spirituality is the sacred connection to the self. So this is a huge topic. So today we're going to keep it high vibe, grounded, and playful, because spirituality doesn't need to be heavy or complicated to be real. And right now, the collective energy is loud and fast and intense. And this current is asking for a gentle reorientation. It's not outward, it's inward. So why this matters now? When I am recording this activation, there's a powerful energy force, a cosmic energy conjunction with Mars and Pluto that's going to bring in so much focus and willpower and intensity and transformation. It's firing up the soul, right? And at the same time, we have Moon conjunct Uranus, which is revolution and truth and freedom and technology. And it's going to be a message of who's leading that revolution. So that Gen Z age group of 14 to 29, you're the generation choosing differently. You're choosing love. You're choosing authenticity and energetic disengagement, if you will, from systems that don't feel aligned. And this is a message that, you're not broken, you're awake. As if you needed to hear that. Maybe somebody did. So we're going to work with Sabian Symbol for this transit because it's at 8 degrees of Aquarius. And the symbol is represented as a beautiful gowned wax figure. Interesting, right? And its keywords are vision, intention, cooperation, and prayer. So the symbol is about idealized images. We can immediately maybe think of Barbie, but it's other idealized images, stories, icons, heroes, and aesthetics we admire or have admired. And here's the truth. We admire those things. We admire others because they reflect a potential that's already inside of us. That's a really important message to really embody today. The potential of that other that you admire is already inside of you. So no example is useless. Even flawed figures reveal something about human possibility. The invitation is not to copy, but it's to extract the value and then refine your own vision and embody it authentically. So this really feels like this is the message that wants to come through right now about spirituality, that sacred connection to the self. It isn't about becoming someone else. It is about remembering yourself. So the big reframe that we need to at least be willing to investigate is that spirituality, it's not a belief in something outside of you. It's not chasing a peak experience. And it's definitely not handed down by a guru, a channel, or a system. Spirituality is simply remembering. And it's remembering you're a spiritual being, a soul, having a human experience, yes. But what is that thread pointing to? It's pointing to you. It's accessed through you as you. So it's not imposed, it's not inherited, it's rediscovered. And you don't outsource your connection to God, source, spirit, the universe, whatever you reference here. But you are the access point to all of that. And this matters now because we are living in a time where we have been trained to look outside of ourselves for answers. And this is a big paradigm shift. So we're also being invited into a new depth of the soul now. And it's saying, hey, I'm no longer available for these identities or belief systems that have been distorted. And they've been distorting the way you see yourself as the creator, right? Even the creator of your own spiritual practice. So let's get into the download. Every soul arrives with a unique blueprint and a sacred path. Spirituality isn't something to master, it's something to remember. Even when forgotten, it never leaves. It calls you back through feeling love, peace, joy, moments of aliveness, moments of stillness, your breath, nature, prayer, devotion, meditation, talking to God, Jesus, angels, or simply listening inward. The form doesn't matter. The essence is always the same. It's a reconnection to your inner spark. So we're going to explore this deeper through, as I mentioned, we use the wild unknown archetypes and spirit animals, and the pair for this current is the vision archetype, and the animal spirit is the firefly. So fun. So with the vision archetype, when this is activated, this is inner spirituality that's alive in someone. And when it's alive in someone and it's truly authentic, people feel it. There's trust there, there's flow, there's a quiet confidence in this archetype or this frequency that somebody might embody. There's like meaning. And it's not hype. It's not temporary, like a temporary high or a temporary light or glow. It's stable. There's something about it that's stable and nourishing and real. And without it, in the shadow aspect of this archetype vision, life will feel heavy. Things will feel like you're efforting, right, instead of flowing. And meaning can kind of drain away from things in life. But we have to realize that is not a personal failure. It's a collective forgetting. So then when we pair that, we have the animal spirit message here of the firefly, which shows up as a reminder of inspiration. It's those magical moments that wake us up. Here's the wisdom, though. Those flashes aren't meant to be the permanent thing. Those glorified moments aren't the true grounded, sacred connection to the self. So sometimes ceremony and meditation and altered states, amazing. They open the door, but they're not the destination. True spirituality is cultivated by returning again and again to the sacred connection within. It's grounded, it's embodied, and it's self-defined. So when we read from the guidebook here of the vision, it is said that we are each born with that unique vision, a destiny towards which we are aimed. It is also said that we forget this vision the moment we are born. Thus, we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. Such is the elusive nature of the vision. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. But when we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that offers others a recognition. We trust the world and its synchronicities. We walk through new doors into wondrous opportunities, and we all want to be near those with vision. They emit energy more potent than any elixir. And when we lose connection to the vision, life becomes that dull, exhausting lack of meaning. So let's bring back the mystery and bring back the dreams. Really fitting and really beautiful for this current. And, you know, our Firefly, again, is that pure, radiant, and illuminating light, like 1,000 stars. It's a high frequency charge. But again, it's got that message that it can't be sustained for long. Therefore, it indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that can fade. But again, it's there to, grace our path. And it's there to be ready to harness things along our path, right? But when I take a holistic perspective now on this message, and from a creation lens, spirituality is the seed here. It's the unseen origin point of everything. So from that seed, structure forms, and balance will emerge. And so there are universal principles that exist, and things like intention and harmony, the cause and effect, right? But within them lives this infinite personal expression. So structure here isn't to trap you. It's here to support your becoming. And, in my own path, and I'm sure others are realizing in their past, we are at least accepting the fact that they're not linear. And my path was messy. It was messy. It was playful. It was full of unexpected teachers in all ways, shapes, and forms. I believe everyone has been my teacher. But in keeping with the playfulness of this message too, for me, I have animal spirits, I believe. And for me, it's like the owl. It reminds me to stay connected to a wise and loving heart. I have the jaguar, which is my connection to Gaia, to Earth herself, to Mother Nature. And then bringing in this Firefly is like keeping that inner seeking spark within myself, right? So they're all guides reminding me. And maybe you too, maybe these spark something in you to stay heart-centered and aligned with nature's rhythms. So remember that the spark never left, and yours has not either, right? So I have a reflection prompt. If you are still with me in this part of the message, thank you so much. And it is, if your spirituality were alive, how would it be asking for your attention right now? If your inner firefly could speak, what would it remind you not to forget? So drop it in the comments. I would love to hear. So I do want to share a little bit more from my lived experience in my years as an integrative health practitioner, both for children, young adults, and adult hospital patients. I worked with Reiki, guided imagery, meditation, a lot of complementary and alternative medicine modalities, but the main thing was holistic intakes. And there was a pattern that was clear that emerged for me over these 5 years of taking thousands and thousands of these holistic intakes. And a pattern was clear for adults, and another pattern emerged in the children or younger adults. And one of the questions or the prompts we always had to initiate dialogue around was spirituality. So when asked about spirituality in these holistic intakes, most adults were completely confused by the term. They associated it only with religion, or they said that they'd lost all connection to it completely. And children or young adults, by contrast, express spirituality naturally through their imagination and their creativity. Often they used animals and stories or the cartoons to represent their sacred connection to themselves and their self as a knowing, as a divine knowing being, as a sacred divine in the universe. They are incredibly connected. They don't have the layers, right, that we have built upon ourselves necessarily. So their connection to source was intuitive and it was unique, and it often only was recognizable to anyone with a holistic understanding of spirituality themselves. So I hope this share maybe reaches out and touches and helps even some young adults, some Gen Zs, or even, parents or who maybe aren't understanding how spirited their own children are and where that could be coming from. So this current is calling us home. It's not to someone else's spirituality. It's not to chasing an experience. It's to a living, to a personal relationship with the sacred itself within you. And this is where meaning regenerates. This is where energy becomes sustainable. And this is where the remembering begins. I appreciate each and every one of you, and much, much love.